Hi. Prison ministry. Why and how I got involved. If you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. I was looking at Christian testimonies of any kind on YouTube, and I saw some incredible testimonies of men and women who had gone to prison and found the Lord before prison, during prison, or after prison, and saw some incredible testimonies. And God started working on my heart, and I started praying about it, and started looking at Christian videos on prison ministries, and just started working on it. And I thought, Lord, if you want me to go into jail ministry or prison ministry, open one door. Which one opened? And prison ministries opened up with a ministry called Kairos Prison Ministries. And I approached our pastor. We had a jail ministry, but we did not have a prison ministry. And the jail ministry door was closed, so I went and I said to my pastor, I think God's leading me into prison ministry, which came to a complete shock to my pastor. He had never heard of Kairos Prison Ministries, but our women's minister and our missions pastor had. I went to the men's group one night and announced I was going to prison. As a joke, I stole that from one of my Bible college professors. I graduated from Bible college 10 years ago and spent 10 years in the desert like Moses, but I was, as I put it, which makes no sense, treading water in the desert, just knowing I was supposed to be in ministry somewhere, and didn't know where. And now I'm looking, prison ministry? That was not on my list, but then I went, okay. So had all kinds of troubles getting everything done. I had problems with getting my fingerprints done. Took 3 attempts. It just was not an easy thing. I was under a lot of attack by the devil. The devil definitely didn't want me to go. But when at our first training session, we had to go through 5 weeks of training over loots. The guy sitting next to me introduced himself first by name, what church, what city we lived in, and what brought him to Kairos. He pointed at me and said it's his fault, jokingly. The guy was in that men's meeting when I announced I was going to prison. He had some connections with prison ministry, and he also used to be a corrections officer. Kairos was an interdenominational group of multiple church denominations: Catholics, Lutherans, Episcopalians, Independents, Pentecostals, Baptists, you name it. And we set aside our differences and our beliefs and united. I mean, we did not argue about anything doctrinal. It was complete unity. It was like a family. It was incredible. During those 5 sessions, I didn't realize that I had a problem with forgiving myself. I had spent most of my adult life hating myself, unable to forgive myself. During those 5 weeks of training, we were training how we're going to be working with these 30 residents, as they call them, showing them about the forgiveness of God and forgiving others, and that I didn't realize until, I don't know if it was after we were done with the 5 weeks of training, or right after the first meeting, the first day of we had 4 days we were at the prison. I had forgiven myself completely. I didn't even realize it. It just, we dealt with 30 residents, and it was incredible. Many of them were seeking God, and a lot of them were Christians. Some of them were strong in the Lord. Some of them were just trying to. And it just, we had it was incredible. We had a forgiveness ceremony on Saturday. It was the third day where everybody, inmate, residents and us, wrote down names of people we had unforgiveness towards. I'd done that the Monday before that in our men's group. Monday at the men's group was only 4 names on the list. Saturday there was 2 pages for me, and we put them on rice paper, and we at the prison, and we put in a bowl of water, and the clergy member we were in tables of 6, and made 6 residents to 3 Kairos members, and one was the clergy on each table, and the clergy would stir the water, and the rice paper would dissolve, and then we would do a hand washing ceremony. And then Sunday morning, we did we had a regular chapel service with the full worship team from the prison, which was really powerful, and then the chaplain preached. And it was really good. And saw some great spiritual awakening in some of the men we were working with. And I just see some great advances in their walks with the Lord. You know, a lot of people think, when you go to prison, that you see nothing but hardened criminals. I didn't see any. In the 30 we were working with, I see a lot of potential for mighty men of God when some of these men get out. Some of them will not get out. But I see some great men of God that could be great in the churches. And I really believe these men will be great. And, well, that's it. I am trying to get my legs strong enough to start going over on once a week on Thursdays on a regular basis. Looks like I'm going to be in prison ministry. And I'm ready to go back, but I'm ready for a break for a while. We won't be back for a couple of weeks. But I'm praying over these men that I worked with, and I'm praying for the men who I didn't work with that were there. But that's it. Like I said, if you got any questions or like or comment, and please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.